Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having us today here. I would like to introduce you first to our studio for those who might not know us. We say that we are designing for life and you design for beauty. Beauty, it's something that it's hard to describe, but we try to do it every day by designing with a creative empathy, which we'll see afterwards what we mean with that. We say that we are explorer and interpreters, researchers and storyteller, analyst and artisan. This is the answer we give when people ask us who is an architect and what we do, what's our job. We firmly believe that the architect should not only respond to the client's need, but the client should start asking more questions about the function of a building, the building itself, and the same thing, they should be doing it with master plans. We do a lot of researches. We have an R&D unit that do researches, and we tell story. All of our projects have a story behind, and we firmly think that it's something that has to be behind the project. We use a lot of data, according also with our researches, but we are also artisan. In our studio in Bologna, which is the biggest one, we have a model maker, we have visuals, and we do all those things because we think that all together we make the creativity that it's something that gives us the way to be unique in our little studio. We often talk about sustainability, but most of the time we don't know the real meaning of this word. And our studio puts a lot of interest in the word sustainability. I used before the word of creative empathy. We design with creative empathy. The empathy, it's the heart of the relationship between people and the environment. And the creativity, it's something that needs to be balanced with the empathy in order to work together as better as they could. We design sustainable from every angle. This is something that we do every day because we think that technology, it's not the solution and the right way to make a building sustainable. The technology for sure can help, but it's not the answer to a sustainable building. Redefine beauty for our time. As I said before, beauty, we all have a definition of beauty and we all think that something is beautiful in different ways. What we think it was beauty in the past, it might seem strange today. And what is beauty today, we might gonna understand the meaning of that in the future. We lead the way with open arms. Everywhere we are giving a project and a place to project something, we look a lot about at the environment, the relationship between people and the environment, the social impact that can have, and we always says that we be brave and honest adventurers. Honesty, it's a word that has to be used with like little drops, you know. So many people always says that a building has a zero impact. It's a zero impact building, sorry, but it's not actually true. I mean, zero impact buildings do not exist. Every building has an energy demand. And the difference between, say, zero energy building and say that it's sustainable, it's that if we know the numbers, if we know the data about performance, costs, CO2 emissions, we'll be able to progress. So the pandemic that we just experienced has changed a lot of the thought that we have about being together and living in a community, because we all went towards a more private lifestyles. And this is why I'm here today to show you a project that we did, which is the Palazzo Senza Tempo. That it's in English, it's a palazzo with no time, and we call it like this because it's a medieval building that to which we gave a second life to this little small town. As you can see, it's a building really close to, in a city really close to Pisa in Tuscany, on the Tuscany hills, in a town called Peccioli. And this project was born as a response to the major administrations to create something that could unite people together and to give something to the city, to the inhabitants of the city. So we respond by doing respectfully to the building itself. We did the renovation of this building by doing, and I'm going to show you the section here so you can understand it better. There's different levels. On these different levels, we can find apartments, exhibition places for temporary and permanent exhibitions. We have a bar, a restaurant, a multimedia library. We have open meeting rooms, and this 600-meter square cantilever terrace open completely to the public. So this this building is something that the community of the city can use daily, besides apartments, of course. As you can see here on the facade, we were allowed to put these big bow windows that are about the same size at the little small rooms inside. So when you walk inside, you have this beautiful landscape right in front of you, and it's something amazing. Here again, the terrace and some pictures. We finished the work in 2021, so right after the COVID. This is the library inside and the bar, open everything to the public. As I said before, we did it with respect. We did not touch a lot about the building itself because it was something beautiful. We just wanted to give something more, but without taking away the beautiful building that we already had. Here a view. Here you can see an interesting thing. The mayor of the city did another thing in order to bring back together all the activity of the city. He called some artists and he put pieces of art all around the city, including part of the facade of the Palazzo Senza Tempo. Here are some views. This is the detail of the bow windows I was telling you before. And I wanted to show you and ending my speech by showing you the impact that our building has during nighttime on Peccioli. And thank you.